IDK, literally. It's like, you ever feel called or feel like a pull to do something, or you like get this creative itch to do something, and then it's like you finally get to a point where you do the thing, and then it's like, now what? You know? Um, I'm just in a really weird place, and it's like for some reason I feel called to document it. And I know when people say that, it's kind of like, girl, what? But like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to look back on these times and have a deeper understanding of sometimes you have to go through this to get to wherever. And you always go through things, but each stopping point, you look back and you realize like, oh, that's why I had to do that. Um, but I'm just in a really weird place in my life. It's like today's January 7th, it's 2026, so we're fresh into the new year. But although I had a great last year, like, I'm just in a weird place mentally, and I don't know if that is the 25-year-old frontal lobe developing now at 27, or if 27 has some other type of, I don't know, because it's like the way I just feel completely uncomfortable 24/7 in my skin is insane. And it would be nice to know that other people go through that. um it's just like, I just feel like in so many aspects I don't know what's happening. um like recently, as of like what, 2 days ago, I ended, or yeah, a relationship that I was in ended. um with somebody I cared deeply, deeply for. And it's like, I don't know how I feel. um Obviously yeah, like I'm sad about it, but it's also like, you're with a person, you know sometimes with people, they're in your life for a season, and then that's that. It's like people want different things out of life. Everybody, like, I feel like I'm talking in circles, but it's just basically like, you realize you and your partner, or like, you may not want the life that you thought you wanted, and you're going through all these changes, and sometimes it's really hard to communicate that to somebody that you're dating, because it's like, well, I feel guilt or I feel bad because I'm the one messing up the plan. But also, you're in a mental place where it's like, I can't ignore how I feel, or I can't keep pushing down that I do want to change the plan, and I do want my life to look like this, or I just want different things out of life. And I feel like, when you date somebody, especially when you start to plan a future together, those are things that you need to talk about. Um, which basically is like, it's kind of the situation I was in, where it's like, hey, I know the plan was this, but I'm just in a place where I'm feeling like that's not going to work for me. And I know I will end up having resentment or feeling like I settled for life. And it's a hard thing to do, but I do want to just say, like, I feel brave and proud of myself for doing that, because that's scary, especially when it's, you get to a place when you're with the person, and it's like comfort and it's safe, and like, to leave that for a question mark is brave, because it's scary. And I feel like that's where I am in life, and I just feel like I kind of cut a safety net from under me, and I don't know if that's good or if that's bad. And I'm just like, and I'm also like grieving a relationship with, or in a life that I thought that I was ready for and I thought that I wanted. And it's just like, I don't know, like, you never know, like, if you're making the right decision or if you're not. You just really have to just trust that, like, your storyline is your storyline, and that's what it is. So I don't know, I just felt drawn to document this. um and I'm not sure why. Why not, um hopefully there'll be more of these. And it's not really, I don't really know what this is yet, but it's just, I just felt compelled to put it out there, put how I'm feeling out there. Maybe there's somebody else going through the same things. Maybe not, or maybe I'll just look back on it and be like, oh my gosh, look at that girl. Um, so yeah, thanks for being here wherever this ends up. Um, I'll see you later. Good night.